Hey, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today we're going to be talking about The Dark Knight Rises on 4K. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, home theater, movies in general, if you like Xbox, please check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, and turn your bell notifications on. So in this video, we're going to talk about the final installment in the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises. The movie came out in 2012, it's PG-13. Coming back for the third one, we have Christian Bale, Gary Oldman, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman. And newcomers, we have Tom Hardy and Anne Hathaway. And of course, directed by Christopher Nolan. I remember reading that originally they didn't plan on doing a third one. After the second one, I thought there was a big gap, but they finally, after the success, and he came back to it. I feel with this one, after the second one, it was really amped up. This one, they took it up another notch. Great movie, action-packed from beginning to end. Really good backstory, about Bane, introducing him. Just, at times, it just feels like it just balls to the wall. It's just freaking nuts. Now, the 4K release came from Warner Brothers in 2017. Movie was originally filmed on 35mm and 65mm IMAX. Had a 4K digital intermediate, HDR10. The various aspect ratios throughout the movie, it bounces back and forth, between the widescreen 240:1 to the IMAX 178:1. Again, with this installment, it's phenomenal from beginning to end. I mean, the picture details is freaking incredible. Deep blacks and the deep contrast, pops of color here and there. It's not, Batman has never been known to be colorful, but the HDR really brings out that depth in it. The rain textures are really well done. Scene where Batman's fighting Bane down in the sewer is freaking awesome. Got the different black textures of the suits and the backgrounds. You got the rain textures on that black. Of course, Bane's costume and his skin textures. It really stands out in this. So wonderful job with the picture here. As far as comparing the Blu-ray with the 4K, not a lot of difference. Like the previous outings, the Blu-ray here is freaking phenomenal. There's really not a whole lot of difference. The color tone's a little bit warmer on the 4K. And of course the HDR, gives you that a little bit deeper contrast, a little bit more depth. Not, like I said, not a big difference between Blu-ray and the 4K with the video. So here, check out a few shots comparing the Blu-ray and the 4K. And we'll come back and talk about the audio and the packaging and the bonus. And we'll see you in a couple of minutes. For the audio, they gave us a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1. You would think, being a newer movie and with the technology out there for the audio, you'd think they would have went with the DTS-X or Dolby Atmos, but they didn't. But damn, do not let that discourage you, because this freaking audio track rocks. This is definitely reference quality here. This will knock your socks off. And you got your clear dialogue throughout, nice channel separation. Great use of surrounds. Another thing with the dialogue, because of Bane wears that mask, so instead of normally your dialogue comes from your center speaker, And so with this, is the Bane's voice to that mask actually comes out and envelops you a little bit more. It's pretty cool. I've never noticed that before. And where the audio really steps it up in this movie is the bass. The bass is freaking incredible. Very intense throughout the whole movie. It'll have your house shaking. I'm seriously just crank this puppy up. Like most of the bass throughout the whole damn movie, but the big highlight was during the takeoff when he gets in the bat and starts flying. The bass of that's pretty incredible. I had this turned up a little bit more than usual, and I could really. I learned that my front left speaker has a bad woofer in it, so it's kind of distorted and sounds like shit. So I need to do a little surgery repair and swap it out with one of the other surround speakers, which I've done that a couple times before because the surrounds aren't used as much. So sometimes I can get away with if I got a bad speaker, I can swap. Can't really afford to get new speakers or even replace the woofers is expensive. So I have to try to get by with what I can. And add to the audio track, you got the score by Hans Zimmer, wonderful. Like I said, this is definitely a reference quality audio track. If you want to show off your audio system, this is one of the movies you want to throw in there and demo. Now for the packaging, like the standard keep case if you get individually. Actually, 3 disc, has a 4K, and there's 2 Blu-rays from the movie and the special features. And they stack them together. Normally, I would put them in a 3-disc case, but being separate, not a big deal. So I'll just leave that as is because I'm heard everyone piss with those. Also, the individual release comes with a digital code. Now, for the bonus feature, it says they have over 3 hours. There's the Batmobile, where they witness all 5 Batmobiles together for the first time in history. Dive deep into every aspect of the most awe-inspiring weapon in Batman's arsenal as you journey through the birth and evolution of this technological marvel and cultural icon. Then we have Ending the Night, where we have a comprehensive look into how director Christopher Nolan and his production team made The Dark Knight Rises the epic conclusion to the Dark Knight legend, and much more. So to wrap it up, a freaking awesome outing for Warner Brothers with Dark Knight Rises on 4K. Again, I always say this is a reference disc, video and audio. Right now, individually, you can Amazon has it for $17.12, or you can buy the set for $46.99, which we have here. Like I mentioned in the previous videos, if you want this set, if you care for the digital, be careful because the new pressings do not come with digital. I did not get digital copies with this. Individually do, but if you find the early pressings of the set, you can get the digital, so you might spend a couple dollars more. So definitely, if you get the set, be careful. Just beware if you want the digital or not. Be careful what you look for. So that pretty much does it for my look on Dark Knight Rises on 4K. Please check out my other videos. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.